Hello, my friends. This is Bobby D coming to you live from the Tampo, Philippines. I'm having an awesome time in the Philippines today. Hope you are as well, wherever you're from. Hey, today I want to talk to you about 3 dating tips for dating a Filipina that will pay off for you in the Philippines. 3 dating tips for dating a Filipina that will pay off for you in the Philippines. Yeah. Woo! What a joy. It's a joy to come back to you again, my friends. And today, I want to say for those of you that are here for the first time, if you click on that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you can see fresh, new Philippine videos, motivational videos, and worldwide videos. Now, when you talk about Philippines, you understand, this is a country where people are always dating, and a lot of times there's a romance that hooks up between a foreigner and a Filipino. And the problem is a lot of the foreigners have trouble connecting and understanding the Filipino. Yeah, they have problems because of the fact that Filipinos are foreign. They come from a different country and they have different morals. They have different values. And so sometimes the foreigner, in particular Americans, don't know how to treat them. Sometimes they treat them wrong. They treat them like dogs and all that kind of stuff. Today, I'm going to give you 3 tips when you go on a date with a Filipino that'll help you out in the long run. All right? Emma, good to see you. Emma, good to see you. All right, let's get ready to get started. Now, the first thing you want to do, whenever you're dating a Filipino, understand that family matters, okay? Family is very, very, very important to the Philippines. Very, very important. Now you might say, well, family is important not only to the Filipinos, but it's important to everybody. Yeah, it's important to everybody. But in my experience, family is much more important to the Philippines. I'm telling you, they have a very, very close bond with their mother and father, siblings, cousins. The entire family is important. Now, whenever you date a Filipino, you got to remember, family is important. Never talk badly about their family, okay? Never say anything badly, because the slightest thing you say, even if they take it the wrong way, it could have a tendency to spoil your date. Because they could go into Tampo, and I'll talk about that later. They could shut down on you, and you're not going to have a good time on your date. In fact, you need to be aware when you speak to the Filipina, you got to watch out, because things you say might be totally innocent in America, but because they have different values and different morals, and it's a different society, you have to be careful of what you say regarding their family. Talk to them about themselves. If you say anything about their family, make sure it's positive and not negative. Because I guarantee you, if you say anything about their family and they figure it's negative, they're going to shut down. They may not say anything, but when you start talking to them, they'll cut the words short, all kind of stuff like that, because they feel that you have offended them by saying something about their family. They're very loyal to their family, and they become very defensive when you say anything negative about their family. Now, in order for you to be able to say something negative about your family, they have to feel that you are a part of their family. They don't mind saying something negative about their mom and papa, but if you say something, it's a whole nother ball game. So you got to watch. That's one very clear area when you date a Filipina that you got to watch. Okay, become very sensitive. That's a very sensitive issue with the Filipino. Lisa D and I, when we first got married, I would say little innocent things. Next thing I know, she just shut up. Next thing I know, we arguing over her family. And I had to learn. Yeah, I mean, in the USA, you can talk about somebody's family, light stuff, the little light stuff. With them, it's very, very sensitive, and it very, very sensitive. It hurts them to their heart when somebody says something that they perceive may not be negative, but they perceive it as negativity, and therefore it's a problem. See, that's an area that you have to definitely watch when you're dating a Filipino. And if you like that person, you will respect their sensitivity to that area. And it goes both ways. They should respect your sensitivities in certain areas as well. One of my sensitivities when I moved here, President Obama was in office. And Lisa D was just clowning around. She said something about, I said, what? That's my president, you know? So it goes both ways. You have to respect her sensitivities, where she's from, and again, she has to respect yours as well. Okay. Number two, Filipinas are a Jekyll and Hyde. Yeah, Jekyll and Hyde. 1 minute they lovey-dovey, the next minute they want to cut your throat. Not literally, but they give you the stare. They give you the stare down. They want to cut your throat. Uh-huh. But so that's new. And I talked to you guys about this before. It's called Tampo, Tampo. And you said, why I keep talking about Tampo? Because guys, let me tell you something. If you have not experienced Tampo, guess what? Get ready, get ready, get ready. Because you will, at some point in time, if you continue to date or marry a Filipina, you will be bombarded with Tampo. Now, I got to be honest with you. There are a few Filipinos that don't do it, but the majority I met only one that didn't do it. That says she didn't do it, but I picked it up. But the majority of Filipinos call Tampo. Tampo is when they go into a shutdown mode. You say something, you do something, they shut down spiritually. They shut down mentally, physically, sexually. They shut down, and it's against you for what you said, what you didn't say, what you did, or what you didn't do. They became offended. Now the reason why they shut down, and I call it shut down, but it's actually a withdrawal. Okay, they withdraw from you. Okay, it's a withdrawing person, and the reason why they do that is many Filipinas have issues with how they communicate. Okay, how they express themselves. So a lot of times when they're offended, they don't know how to bring that out. And so they shut down. They go into Tampo. And that's a learning thing. They learn that from the ladies in their family. Lisa D, her mom. You know, that's why it's good for you guys to go to the parents, see how the mothers and fathers are. Then you can get an idea of why your girlfriend, your mate, your spouse acts like she acts. Because they model. Parents are the role models for what? Their children. Okay? So Lisa D modeled after her mother. I saw her mother going to Tampa with her dad, her papa, you know. And so children, the girls in the family, they learn that stuff, okay? And that's what they do. Now you say, well, Tampa is just them acting childish. Yeah, it is. If they act children like a child, you know, to me, a grown woman don't speak and you speaking to her and you living in living in the same house, that's childish. And you talk to her, they don't speak, that's childish. But guess what? It's done on purpose to hurt you, to get back at you for whatever you did or did not do that offended them. Okay, so you have to be careful, guys. And you guys say, well, you trying to be a wuss. You just trying to be handpicked. You just trying to satisfy the woman, you know, and all that kind of stuff. That's not it. You trying to be soft. You soft on a woman. That's not really it. I understand. I'm sensitive to every woman, and you guys are there that are insensitive to women. There's a lot of you. That's what you do. That's what you do. But I have found in my experience of life that you get more cooperation, consideration, understanding by being sensitive to a person's needs rather than being insensitive. Now, there's a lot of guys out there that want to be giving that tough love stuff. You better talk to me. You better talk to me when I talk back to me when I talk to you. You don't talk to me, I'm gonna hold off your money. I'm gonna put you out. I'm gonna get somebody. Yeah, you know, that's your thing. That's your thing. Okay. If you feel like you get better results being Mr. Tough Guy, Mr. Rambo, if you will, go ahead and do that. I tried that a long time ago. It never made it any better. In fact, it made it more antagonistic. But you know, it may work for you, but it does not work. I guarantee you guys, that's not going to work for the Philippines. You give them that tough love, that Rambo stuff, you better shape up or ship out stuff. Guess what? That's not going to make them talk. They're going to talk when they get good and ready. And so you have to find a way to deal with it. Now, I got a video on Tampo. It's called Five Things to Assist the Philippine in Tampo. You want to check out that video. But this is something that you're going to run into. Many of you probably have all ran into. I don't know. You need to tell me. But you're going to be consistently bombarded with Tampo. I got 5 things about Tampo I'm going to give to you that will help you in controlling or understanding your Filipino. Okay. Now, whenever your Filipino gets into a Tampo situation, you got to understand and you have to recognize that that Tampo, it actually means that they're in pain. Okay. They're in pain or in some type of anguish about something that's happened between you and her. Okay? They're not going to come out and tell you because most Filipinos are not very communicative. Okay, they don't talk a lot about their internal emotions. That's just how it is. And even in the family, they don't go when you deal with the dynamics of the Filipino family. It's not about "Mommy, I love you" and kissy kissy. They don't do that. They don't do that much. It's about let's get the work done. Hi, how are you? But they have a strong bond. They love each other. They don't show a lot of. They don't express themselves emotionally, and that passes on to the Filipino. Filipinos are beautiful, sensitive, loving people, but when it comes to issues that they carry emotionally, they carry it on the inside, and because they can't express it verbally, they go into shutdown mode. Okay. So first thing, when they find that you're Filipinos in shutdown mode, you find that you're Filipinos in Tampo, first thing you want to do, say, hey, sweetheart, I understand there's something going on with you. I recognize that you shut down. I know you're going through something, but I understand that. That's the first thing you want to do. Come to her, let her know. She will not say one word. She might not even look at you, but she's going to hear it. She's going to hear what you're saying. So recognize the condition, and then she knows that something's going on. Second, once you have recognized that condition, and she knows that and she knows, and and vice versa, you have to reaffirm your love and commitment. So I believe being tender with a woman. I'm serious. TLC, baby. Yeah, TLC. Tender, loving care is what you need to give to that woman that you supposedly love so much, that you supposedly care so much. I don't think you should be able to uh, uh, bully a woman. I really don't. Because you're not going to get 100% of that woman when you start bullying her. Bullies, also, well, I'm not going to say his name, but who's the biggest bully in America, up in the highest office in America? I hate that type of attitude. I dealt with bullies in school. I was a small kid. I was a small kid in school, and I dealt with bullies. I had to stand up to bullies in school. I got beat down. I got beat down, but I stood my ground. You have to stand up to bullies. Sometimes bullies need to be taught a lesson. But I'm getting off the track. But what I'm saying is, reaffirm your love for her. Okay? Reaffirm it. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, I still love you. I'm committed to you. We're going to be okay. I'm here for you. Okay? Second thing, reaffirm your commitment. Recognize the condition. Recognize the condition. Reaffirm your love and commitment for that lady that you say you love. That lady that you say you really care for. And if you can't do that, then you got a problem, brother. You got a problem because you say you love her, but you're not treating her like you love her. Okay? And love is action. Love is giving. Love is caring. Love is sharing, being together, walking together, talking together. Love is being about caring for that individual. Okay? When you see that individual in anguish, you see that individual in internal pain, you need to go to them. Okay? Now, fourth thing, when you have your spouse, your girlfriend, your significant other in Tampo, they shut down on you. Sometimes, guys, we have the tendency to become somewhat aggressive. Okay? Yeah, it'll make you angry. It makes men angry when the person they love is not responding to them in a loving way. Now, one of the things that Tampo does is it's a thing that allows people to ignore you. They ignore you. You can be right in their face. How you doing today, sweetie? Love you. They won't say one word. And then a lot of times, women in Tampo, will take pots and pans and just throw it around them because they're angry and they become aggressive. So if they become aggressive and you're aggressive, what happens? You butt heads. That's two aggressive people. You start fighting. I mean, physically fighting, fussing. That's the way to do it, man. You gotta rise above that level. You have to, oh, okay. You have to rise above that level, okay? Because that's a low level base of dealing with an individual situation. Being physical, whipping, beating, you know, abusing, that's not gonna solve the issue. It makes it worse. It makes it worse. So you have to, I believe in being tender, loving with a woman. How you get more out of her than being bullied, than being a Mr. Tough Guy. And some of you guys, what you probably do is just soft. And I don't treat my women like that. They try to do that Tampo on me. I'm gonna Tampo their head. You know, crazy stuff like that, man. Look, those are the kind of people, I'm guaranteeing you, you go ahead and treat your woman like that. That's your thing, that's your thing. Go ahead and treat your woman like that. See what happens. You see that draws her closer to you because you slapped her. See that draws her closer to you because you called her the B word and wound the witch. Excuse me. See if that draws you closer to her. No, it's not going to draw you closer to. It's not going to draw you closer to her at all. It's going to draw her away from you. Somebody just sent me a message. Now I didn't know I'm doing a. Okay. So resist the temptation, guys. Resist the temptation to become aggressive. Okay, please. Now, the last thing, when you're dealing with Tampo, you have to resolve to wait it out. Sometimes it could take a week. It could take a month. I remember Lisa D one time. She went when we first got married. She did Tampo a lot because I figured it out. She don't do that now because I figured it out. I know what to do with her, when to say, what to say, how to deal with her. And you'll have to learn that as well because I guarantee you're going to be seeing it as you continue to date your female, your Filipino. But you have to resolve to wait it out. Because you got to understand, Tampo is a response to your actions, but it's not about you. It is about that individual that is exhibiting the Tampo attitude. It's about the Philippine. Something inside of her wants to shut down because of what you said. But it's not your problem. It's not your problem. So what do? Wait it out. And how do you wait it out? Go about your business just like you normally do. If she don't cook your food, it's okay. Cook your own food. But don't hustle her. You didn't cook my food. Because she wants you to say that. Because if you go run around her and say, you didn't cook my food, that's what she wants you because she knows she got you. She heard you. She got you back. Do your stuff. If she be quiet with you, you be quiet with her. Eventually she gonna come out of that. Don't go fussing with her. Don't go slapping her. Don't please. Be more intelligent than that. Use your mind and not your heart. Use your mind and not your anger, not your emotions. Okay? You're gonna come out better using your head rather than your hands. Okay? Keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. So very, very important. All right. So the next thing you want to do when you're dating a Filipina, always remember to be polite, courteous. Okay? Be a gentleman. Because this is a very conservative nation, conservative people. They expect a man to open the door. And some of you guys, well, I don't do that. That's old school. I don't do that. Yeah, this is an old school country, guys. They're very, very conservative. They expect the man to open the door. And they expect the man to do whatever it takes to make her happy or make her feel comfortable. And that's one thing that a lot of people don't really understand about Filipinos. You can't treat the Filipino like an American woman because they are in totally different society. One thing you need to do, guys, before you come out here, understand you're dealing with a different culture. You're not dealing with the American culture or the Great Britain culture, whatever country you're from. This is a totally different culture. You need to invest the time to understand how Filipinos think, how Filipinos act in general about this country and society. Learn. Get on the internet, get on YouTube, start reading, and learning about this culture. Then you can have a better understanding of what makes the Filipina tick, what makes her shut down, what makes her happy. Because that's the bottom line, guys. You're dating a Filipina because she makes you what? She makes you happy. Okay? That's why I got Lisa D. Lisa D makes me happy, man. I'm happy. I'm the happiest I've been in a long time, man. I'm serious. And we've been married, it'll be 4 years coming up. And she's continued to make me happy. She never ceases to amaze me. Never ceases to amaze me. Every day she does something in a tender, loving way that shows her love for me. Filipinos are unique individuals. And when you start understanding their peculiarities, you will be a better person for it. You will be a better person for it. And your relationship will continue to grow. Okay? So treat the Filipino with respect. Treat them with courtesies when you go out on a date with them. Now, I don't know if you guys heard the term squatter. Okay? So what a squatter is here in the Philippines is a squatter. It's just what it means, squatter. The people that they go to a lot here in the Philippines. Nobody owns a lot, whether somebody owns a lot or not. And they'll get cardboard, stuff like that, and they'll sit down and make a home. Because they don't have to pay rent. And usually the squatters get their homes near water, so they can have a source of water to wash. But they don't have lights. They don't have running water except for the river or lake they're near. And so a lot of these Filipinos that you date, you may or may not know it, but they're squatters. They have nothing. They have nothing but the cardboard box. When they get out of there and go on the street and dress themselves up, you can never tell they're squatters. But they come home with a little cardboard. Some of them sleep under bridges and stuff. I'm serious. But when they dress up, they wash up, go out, you'll never know. You could be a lot of squatters, a lot of them, going to internet cafe and date. I'm serious. And you will never know they're a squatter. So even a squatter band, you got to respect them if you find out they are a squatter. Right? So resist the temptation to be aggressive and do your best, guys, to be the best person you can be for that Filipino. Because you represent a figure of authority, a foreigner's authority figure in the Philippines' life. Whether you understand it or not, they are an authority figure in the Philippines' life. Now, one other thing about Tampo is you have to reinitialize or reopen the lines of communication. Because they shut down. When they shut down on you and they stop talking, that's not going to be good for you or her. But you have to initialize and reinitialize the lines of communication. All right, guys. That's pretty much it. Let's open it up. I think we got tonight. Good. We got RNJ 2419. We got John Chance. See, we got Johnny Karate. Hey, what's up? What's up? And we got who else we got? Klaus. Klaus is in the house. All right. So let's go to the first comment or question we got. RNJ 2419. What's happening, man? You're in Minneapolis, Minnesota. All right. I know it's probably about pretty warm there now. I've been through the airport there in Minneapolis, but I've never been staying in the city. But I went to the airport. I stopped over there one time when I was coming back from the Philippines to the USA. What's up, John? Hope you're doing well today. John said, what about Philippines saying something negative about the expats film? That's a good thing. Doesn't this work both? Yes, it does, John. I care about my family in the USA and support them as well if they're a double standard. No, there should be. There is a double standard, but there shouldn't be. A lot of times, Lisa D used to say stuff about my family, but if I say one, and I wouldn't say nothing because I know I'm used to it. I can deal with it. I wouldn't say nothing about her family because she go off. She used to go off. Now we're straight on that because that's a matter of maturing for her. It was a matter of her maturing. She was like down here, and I was like up here when it comes to that. But now we're right together. I can say stuff about her family. She won't say one word. She can say stuff about mine. I won't say one word because we understand now each other. And one thing, John, is that I had to be accepted as a part of the family. And in her mind, when we first got married, even though I was legally a part of the family, mentally and emotionally, they hadn't even considered me a part of the family yet. So I had to earn the right. Yeah, I had to earn the right to speak about the people in the family. I had to earn that right. And now she trusts me to say something negative or positive. She won't go off because she knows I'm a part of the family and I love those people. And I'm able to talk about the people I love in a negative or positive way. She accepts that. So yeah, sometimes it can be a double standard. But with me and Lisa D now we even on that. She knows I'll say whatever I want. Sometimes, like last time, I don't know about I told you guys this not the story, but I think I did a video on. No, I did a live stream on this one. Okay, it's about 3 months ago now. We went down to we went down to Lisa D's mama's house. Okay, and we saw her sister-in-law. Her name's Dida, and they had a little girl, and the girl's arm was all messed up. The girl's elbow, right? This here was on the inside of here. I said, when I saw the girl, I said, what? What are you doing, Didi? I said, this girl's arm broken. You need to take her to a doctor. I was outraged. I was totally outraged. I don't like to see children abused. I mean, she didn't abuse. What happened was she was playing in school, and she fell off a swing and messed it, broke her arm. The elbow was on the inside. I said, what are you doing? The girl had been in pain, man. Pain for 3 weeks. They didn't take her to the doctor. I said, what are you doing? You should take this girl to the doctor. He said, well, she just fell, and I didn't want to go to the doctor because we didn't have the money. I said, money? You don't need no money. You take this girl to the doctor. They're going to say she's an emergency case. Oh, man, I was so upset with that lady. Anyway, long story short, if we hadn't came up there, there's no telling whether that girl would have been taken to the doctor or not. That's the difference between province people and city people, the difference between Philippine people and United States people. These people tough it out. I don't care if they have a headache, they don't take nothing. If they break their arm, sprain, they tough it out. And the rationale is, I don't have money. Bump that. Take them to the doctor. Somebody got to see about them children. But anyway, long story short, they got mad with me. Me and Lisa D had to leave. I was getting ready. Man, I was going off. And I wasn't going off in a mean, nasty way. I would say, I'm concerned about your child. And you should be concerned about your child's health as well. Don't ever let me come up here like this again and see this child. And so when we left the mountain, we got back home. I called up there. I said, y'all better take that child to the doctor. And if you don't, I'm coming back. And I'm coming back with the PMP. So they took her to the doctor. But because of that, I told Lisa D went to see her family this weekend. She's gone now. Took it out. But because of that, I told them I'm not coming back up there for a while. They won't see me till maybe next year because I'm angry. I haven't gotten over it yet. I don't like children being misused and abused. I don't like anybody to be used and abused, but especially children, man. But anyway, Lisa D explained to me that that's part of the mountain mentality. That's part of the province mentality. People handle their children the way they want to. You know, I said, well, she was in USA, she'd be in jail, under the jail right now, because that's child abuse in my mind, you know. But anyway, long story, that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Things are different here, and you have to take things accordingly. But to them, that wasn't a problem at all. But to me, it was. And so I'm not going up there for a while until I get over it. I'll get over it, but I'm not quite over it yet. All right, so the Tampo is a sign of immaturity. Yes, it is. Most definitely. And so you have to, but all of the, well, I would say all, many of the Filipinas do it. And you have to decide in your mind, is that something you're going to put up with? A lot of men, they won't put up with it. And so if you're not going to put up with a Tampo and you see your Filipina doing it, you need to stop her right there in her tracks and look, I know what you're doing. And tell her, I understand it, I know you're in pain, but this is something I can't deal with. If you're going to have a lasting relationship, you got to stop this. You know, you have to break it down to her like that. That might get to her, I don't know. But that is something, Tampo is something that is deeply embedded in the minds and the hearts of the Filipino. Now, not all of them have exhibited that, but the majority of the ones that I have dealt with have exhibited Tampo. Okay? And a man that loves a woman and see a woman trying to ignore them, and you're right there with her, that's hard to deal with. But you have to deal with it. And you have to, it measures your maturity as well, John. It really does. If you have a strong mentality and you're a strong man, you can deal with it. If you're a weak mommy boy, you probably won't deal with it. You're like, oh, I'm paying this thing, you know. It just depends on the man you are and the type of person you are. Can you deal with it or can you not? I'm able to deal with it because I can deal with anything because I learned to regulate this and control myself. A lot of people, a lot of men are uncontrollable. All right. All right. Johnny Karate, what's up, man? Trump is the one who fights the police, like Pelosi, then Omar and the rest of the communists. Johnny, come on, man. Let's not get into all that, okay? You and I have a difference of agreement, okay? And I know you like Trump. I like some things he does, and it's okay. I respect him as the president of the United States, okay? But there are many things I don't like about it. And you have to respect my right not to like some things about it. Just like I respect your right to like some things about it. So from this point forward, refrain from any information on President Donald Trump. Okay? Thank you. All right, what else we got here? Okay, Claus. Tampo is the way the Philippines doing the, okay, yeah, might be right on that. John says, I believe in a relationship should be both ways, mutual respect. Yeah, it should be. And you have to ensure that it is that way. That's your job. As you engage in your relationship, if it's not that way, then you have to do the things to get it that way. And if you find out that it can't be that way with you, that individual Filipina, you need to make changes. That means you either need to let it go, find someone else, or you need to tough it out and deal with her until she matures to your level. You know, I mean, that's just how it is here in the Philippines. A lot of guys can't accept that from America or different countries. But that's how it is, man. Have you ever experienced it so far, John? That's the question I have to ask you. It is acceptable when they display Tampo. I'm not sure I understand it, take a class. But Philip, you're gonna run into Tampo wherever you go if you deal with Philippines. So if that's something you think you can't deal with, most definitely you probably want to choose not a Filipino because most of them have that. Or if you do choose one, you want to make sure that you have an understanding. If she displays that and you're not comfortable with it, then you're going to walk. Okay? Because there's no sense in you maintaining a relationship and she does something that upsets you and you can't deal with it. That's insanity. Okay? So it's just a matter of you're being able to put up with it or not. Some people can deal with it, some people can't. Okay, John says, a man's dream is food, sex, okay, I understand that. Do Filipinos ever offend men or hurt them emotionally? Yeah, a lot of them offend men all the time. Filipinos are very, very manipulative. I have a video on the power of a Filipino. Power of a Filipino. You need to watch that video. They have a certain type of attitude, and they call it charisma, that allows them a lot of times to manipulate people, men, and most importantly, men. They manipulate. They control their heartstrings. They control their emotions. That's why a lot of them are scammers, because they find these foreigners that fall for them, and they fall hard for them, and they tell them, I need $1,000. I got to go to school, and I need, and boom, $1,000. You'd be surprised at how much money comes from overseas to these Filipino scammers every day. They make a living. It's a living. Some of them make a full-time living. They'll be on the internet 8, 12 hours a day, every day. And they have like 5 or 6 people sending them money every month. They be trying to find a new client. Some of them work for a business that does that. And then some of them do it individually on their own. But it's a huge business out here. Scamming. It really is. Let's see. How should men respond when the Filipino How should men respond when the Filipino offends them? You have to let them know. You have to communicate to them and let them know. Whenever Lisa D does something to me, this is a problem. This is an issue we have. Lisa D and I had. She would do stuff to me, right? And I wouldn't like it. I would let her know. Hey, I don't like what you said. I don't like what you did, you know. And we would sit down and talk about it. But the other way around, when I did something to her that she didn't like, you think she talk about it? She come to me and say that? She didn't like it? No. Filipinos have an issue with communicating their internal emotions and internal feelings. Right? That's just how a lot of them are. But now, since me and Lisa D been together so long, I told her, look, I don't know what you doing, how you do, but you gotta talk. You gotta open up. When I say something wrong to you, let me know. I don't know if I'm saying something wrong until you tell me. Started opening up, and I got her to start communicating. So we don't have the problem with Tampo a lot, very seldom nowadays. And we don't have the problem with her not communicating to me her feelings about something I said, because she does it a lot. She does it more than me now. I don't like what you said. She learns fast. She said, I don't like what you said. And we sit down and we talk about it. We talk about it and we work out our differences all the time. And there's no couple in the world that's going to go around and say they don't have any differences. Right? But yeah, that happens. Take turn the food down, but shut down is right. I agree, John. It's not right. I mean, this world is made up of things that's not fair, not right. Okay? No question about it. It's not right. But you have to decide, is that something you want to deal with in your lady? That's something you want to deal with. I didn't want to deal with it, but I love Lisa D. And I dealt with it because I loved her. I loved her enough to wait for her to mature in that area. That's like a child. That's childish. You know? Shut down. You being like you on a temper tantrum. You drop it on the floor and it's kicking off forward. It's childish. You know, I told her that too. But it took time. I said about our first year of marriage, she used to do Tempo maybe once, twice a week, something like that. And then it just got smaller and smaller. Now, Lisa D don't do none of that. Most of the time, we have a problem, she would sit down and say, Bob, I don't like what you said, or I don't like what you did. And we talk about it, and we come to a compromise. That's how we do. But, you know, you have to decide, John, is that something you really deal with? Because I guarantee you, if you deal with the Filipino, you're going to see it at some point in time in your relationship. Who doesn't shut down? How can someone who loves you shut down like that? Okay? Because they are trained, not trained, but they've been role modeling the parents, the mother's role model, that just a societal thing that they do. Okay? I don't know how else I can explain it, but that's what they do. That makes them different from Americans. Now, Tampo is one of the negativities of the Filipino, but if you think about it, John, Tampo is the same thing as what the Americans call being the B word that rhymes with witch, right? In the USA. Well, she's a B word that rhymes with witch. You know, Tampo, think about it, John. Same thing. I mean, it may be exhibited in a different way, but the withdrawnness, and that's the same attitude, okay? If you think about it. If you've had a woman in the United States of America, she's acted superior to you. She's probably stopped speaking to you at some point. She probably got angry with you at some point in time. It's the exact same thing. Women are women. They just manifest certain emotions, certain feelings, certain desires, certain attitudes in different ways. But if you think about it, women are women. Wendell, what's up, man? Good to see you. Glad to have you with us tonight. The only one, John. Hi. What's happening, man? I want to marry Philippine. Okay, the only John one. I'm gonna answer a few questions off the topic, but just a few. I want you guys to start hitting that button there, super chat button so you can contribute to the show. If you contribute to the show, I'm gonna answer every off the topic question there is. But you guys gotta start supporting the show. I like coming to you guys. I like talking to you guys. I like telling you the information that you need to know. You gotta be able. It's work both ways. You gotta contribute to the show, man. Please, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be selfish. But it's just a matter of fact. YouTube made that button for you to hit on it. If you're not hitting on it, it's not helping me. So I need you guys to start hitting on that super chat button. Okay, John. Here's the deal. You want to marry a Filipino girlfriend? Should you get married in the Philippines, or should you get married in USA? She would then be my wife, not fiance. I'm not understanding the question. All right. So let me break this question down. He says, I want to marry a Filipino girlfriend. Should I get married in the Philippines? That's the first question. I'm going to answer that question, and we'll go on to the second part. Getting married in the Philippines depends on you and your girlfriend. Okay? Getting married in the Philippines would be easier than getting married in the States or wherever country you're from. Because getting married in the Philippines, you just have to show go down to the local municipality. You have to fulfill all their requirements. You got to get a MBI, which is research on your background, make sure you're not a criminal, running from the law, that kind of stuff. And you have to pay certain fees and all that kind of. Then you got to get to a marriage license, and that's not going to take no more than a couple weeks. Okay? So getting married in the Philippines would definitely be quicker. Then she would be your wife. Okay, the USA would recognize that as your wife, whether you get married here in the States or whether you get married in the Philippines. She would be recognized as your legal wife. Now, if you were to get married in the United States, you would have to do the visa route. Okay, you could do it's called the K1 visa. Okay, now the K1 visa normally takes about 9 months. It could take more than that, but it's normally 6 to 9 months. And it's about $500, $800. I don't know. They went up on the fees. It's probably about you might want to be prepared to pay at least $1,000 overall for everything. But it takes about 9 months, and so a lot of times, a lot of the women can't qualify. I got one of my subscribers right now. He's been trying to get his wife. He's been trying to get his fiance over to the United States to get married. And then when you have to go to the U.S. Embassy and you have to do an interview with the U.S. Embassy consular officer, immigration officer, and they have to determine, is this a real bona fide fiance relationship or it's not. The majority of people get turned down. So they've tried it 6 different times. She's been turned down 6 times. And he wants her to come there and move to the USA. So he keeps coming out here and he keeps putting money for her to go back and take another test. K1 visa, if you want to have her come to the United States and get married, K1 visa. If you want to marry here in the Philippines, you don't need a visa. Now, once you become married, then it becomes, and you still want her to go back to the United States, then you will have to get what's called a marriage visa. Okay. Now, a marriage visa takes a year. Sometimes it can take over a year. It's a little bit longer than the K1 fiance visa. So a lot of times, guys will come out here, right? They'll get married. Because they have jobs in the USA, they'll go back to USA. But once they're married here, they can then apply for the marriage visa. And about a year later, usually the wife will come to the United States on the marriage visa. Now, one thing you have to understand that the current administration is making it a lot harder for not only Filipinos but everybody to get in the United States. So keep that in mind too. The time may go up as well. All right. So let's see what else we got. Wendell, what's up, man? Good to see you. Let's see. He says, take time to cool down. All right, okay. Only John. Okay. What's up, Master Joey? All the way from New Jersey. All right. I've been to New Jersey. I like that airport, Joey. The Newark, New Jersey airport. It's the bomb, man. I went out there for a meeting one time. I was working for Verizon. Sent me out there. We actually were going to New York, but we got off in the New Jersey airport, and it's beautiful. I don't know if you guys ever seen that airport, man. Everything is modern and high tech. Love it, love it. All right, John says, so the incident that happened with the girl with the broken arm and the promise, and you actually, especially, how you still feel today, is that a part of the type of Tampo you're displaying now? No, it's not. It's not Tampo at all. I'm not shutting down on them. I was affected by a situation that was a valid situation. I was concerned for the child's safety and the child's life. That was nothing imaginary. That was an actual life situation. The little girl was hurt and she needed attention. Now, I'm still trying to deal with the fact that when I go up there, I want to make sure I'm still going to check and make sure she's well again. So I have to have my mind, my state of mind right when I go up. So it's not Tampo. I was angry at them for behaving and not taking the child to the doctor. Anybody with common sense would go up there. You see somebody in pain, how would you feel, John? You see somebody hurt and in pain, would you go up there and say, "Oh, okay, she's okay"? No, come on, man, nothing like that. With all respect, baby. I'm not understanding that one, class. He should have handled the situation. He handled the situation badly. He should have put down it all and paid for the not sure about that one, Klaus. Explain that one. Clean that up. Give a little bit more information on that. John says wisdom and humility come with time and experience, especially with couples. That's true. And going together. So I feel you when you say. Yeah, we grow together. We continue to grow together. If we start growing apart, we will be apart. Lisa D, what's up? That's Lisa Benara Dick, y'all. She's in Medillion right now, but she logged in. Hi, sweetness. Love you. I can't do without you, baby girl. Love me some Lisa D, man. Yeah. See, when you got a Filipina, they always checking in on you. Lisa D, everywhere I go, she goes. Everywhere she goes, I go. With the exception of right now, and there's a few other places, because I had work to do. But she always tried to keep in touch with me. She's in Medillion at Mama and Papa's house right now. She checking in with her man. Good to see you, sweetness. All right. Sammy, thank you so much, Sammy. He's a new subscriber, y'all. I'll give a shout out to Sammy. I always like to, Sammy, thank you for being a subscriber. Remember to watch our videos. If you're interested in the Philippines, that's what we're going to give you. Everything you need to know about the Philippines, keep looking at the channel, watching our videos, watching these live streams. I'm going to try to do live streams, y'all, more. I'm going to try to do about 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. Y'all be looking for it. And again, I'm not harping on this, but I got to tell you, man, y'all got to start hitting that super chat button. Start hitting that super chat button. I will have a live stream every day, 7 days a week. What I need for y'all to do is, if you guys want to see me on a regular basis, what would be the best days? I have 2 options right now. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Which one works out better, or it doesn't matter? At some point in time, y'all just tell me which one you want. But right now, it looks like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday will be my 3 days, or Saturday to be a 4th day. Okay, let me go back. I think I left off a question here. John says, yeah, I would imagine for some Philippines taking someone to see where they live could be a stressful event, especially in their parents. True. You live in a squatter's residence, you don't want anybody. I tell you what, one time, you see me, I go to church here, okay? And a member of our church was sick, very, very ill, okay? And in church people, we go see them. We go take them gifts or food or money or whatever they need. We go to their house and we pray with them. This guy, he and his wife live in a squatter's place, and they refused to have us come there. And there's nothing we could do. The guy he was really bad off. He had cancer. We wanted to go and pray with them. They were so embarrassed that they would not allow us to come see them. So yeah, people are here. A lot of people, you can look at them on the street and they look just as decent, look like they come from a nice place. But then when you see them go home, it's squatters. It's a squatter place. Only one John says I bet you off topic. Okay. Yeah, let's keep it on the topic. Unless you guys got some super chat, hit that button. We can talk about anything you want, but right now let's keep it on the topic. Oh, they didn't have funds to send it. That's not. They didn't have any funds, of course, but they had ability to get funds. They can borrow, and then on the farm they have animals, so they can sell the animals to get money. They had 2, 3 cows. They can sell the cows. They grow cows and they sell them. They get good money. They had the ability to take her. She just didn't do it. Yeah, I thought about that too. And also, oh, this is the thing. What this will cut that one down. Well, she was qualified for free insurance because they have low income. She gets free medical care. There's no excuse for her not taking it. That's what really set me off, because I was like, why didn't you take this child? You have insurance, you know. So, it'd be all right. All right, Sammy. Sammy says, I have a Filipino girlfriend, and your videos help me out. Great. I'm so glad to hear that, man. I like to give positive feedback like that, because my goal is to educate, inform, and inspire my viewing audience about the Philippines, Southeast Asia, and do it sometimes in an entertaining fashion. So I'm glad to hear that I'm hitting the mark. Every now and then I get a little bit off, but I'm glad to hear that. Thank you so much, Sammy. I'm glad to hear that. Mr. Kels, I'm all right, man. You gonna be in Cebu in a month? All right, hit me up. See, we can meet up sometime. Cebu in a month. All right, that means you're gonna be here in August, sometime in August. Okay. Yeah, I'll be here. I wouldn't say that, John. You can show them anything you want. I mean, they understand. They understand that the USA people have a little bit more than what they have, and they're not offended. Most of them are not offended. Some of them are. Some of them like, you're just trying to show off your wealth. You're just trying to flaunt it. But some of them like, oh wow, that's nice, and they'll be like, wow, someday I hope I can have that. They're inspired. Some of them are actually inspired when you do that. Some of them are not. Now, when I say, when you're around the Filipino people, you shouldn't flaunt your wealth. That you shouldn't make them feel inferior, and you shouldn't try to belittle them in any way. But just showing them pictures of your home where you live, that shouldn't be a problem with anyone, because you're not flaunting your wealth. You're just showing them where you live. If they ask for it, I wouldn't go around saying, you pull it out your pocket. This is where I live. No, don't do that. If they ask you, yeah, show them. But don't go around, just saying, I live this. That's showing like you're trying to be big time. Don't do that. But yeah, man, when you're dating a Filipino, you should be sensitive to their needs. Now, I know y'all saying, Bobby, he just soft on these Filipinos. Yeah, I'm soft because Filipinos are very special to me. I live with a beautiful Filipina, and me and her get along very well. I don't try to ramble her. I don't try to bully her. I don't try to disrespect her, and she does the same for me. We respect each other. We have mutual respect for each other. We learn to get along. When I first started dating Lisa D, I had to learn her ways. She had to learn mine. So it was rough. And when we first got married, it was rough. For a little while, maybe about 6 months to 9 months, it was rough. Because we had to learn each other. But once we learned each other, we respect each other. Everything was smooth sailing from that point on. And we're still learning each other's ways. We're still growing. So, all right, guys, what other questions you have? All right. I'll be back again probably Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. Wednesday. Communication is key. Yeah, communication is very important in any relationship. Whether it's father, son, mother, daughter, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, job, your boss, you, employee. Communication is the key to any relationship being successful. If you don't talk to your boss, I guarantee you will never get promoted. You'll never move up on your job, and they'll overlook you for other people because you don't talk, you don't communicate. Why should they promote you? You trying to be show offish. You don't, I don't talk to him. Yeah, you're not gonna get nowhere like that. You gotta open up and communicate. Communication opens doors. Okay, and the communication is the key that unlocks the doors. So you have to communicate in any type of relationship. Okay, Sammy says he has a heart condition. Okay. All right, Sammy, that's great. He has a heart condition, and yet his girlfriend still loves him in spite of it, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Now, have you ever been to see her, Sammy? Or actually, have you ever seen her in person in the Philippines, or you just been dating online, or how's that been happening for you guys? She's a little bit older than you. Yeah, I always recommend when you're dealing with a relationship, LDR, which is long distance relationship, and even not an LDR, you need to be together for at least a minimum of 1 solid year. Lisa D and I dated for 5 years. I'm so glad we did. We learned a lot about each other. And we're learning even more now, even though we learned a lot in those 5 years. When we got to marry and started living together, we learned so much more. I'm surprised. I thought I knew her. But every day she changes in some kind of way, and so do I. And we have, thank goodness, we're here with each other just about every day, and we keep up with the changes that are each other's going through. That's the good part about it. And that's one of the reasons why many couples break up. They fall apart because they don't keep up with the changes that the other person is going through. One person's down here. They started off like here when they got married or when they started living together. And then that other person went up here, and that other person went a little bit, but didn't get quick. And then he went up here, and she went that way and that way, and that's when it's okay. We have nothing in common. We're done. That's what happens, guys. When you are in a relationship, guess what? It requires WORK. It's not going to maintain itself. When you're driving a car, you got to maintain that car. It's going to what? Fall apart sooner or later. Same thing with a relationship. You have to maintain, you have to provide maintenance. That's why me and Lisa D, we go out the country every year. And sometimes we take a vacation within the Philippines. Sometimes we take 2 vacations, 3 vacations. But we have to do stuff differently to get away from the monotony of our lives. And that when we go out of the country, it puts us much closer together. We begin to bond. That's what you guys need to do with your significant other, your girlfriend, spouse, or whatever. Take them out away from their little area where they're from, and you see what a difference it'll make in their lives, and then what a difference it'll make in your life. Because if they're happy, guess what? You're going to be happy. That's how it rolls. Okay, you met in Thailand. Okay, she was a nurse in Thailand. Okay, so how long have you known her, Sammy? She got everything settled. She has her passport, and she can handle her own stuff. So I'm talking. Okay, great. That's awesome. That is awesome, Sammy. I'm so glad to hear that you have a very positive relationship with a woman that loves you. And you said she Filipino or she Thai? Which one is it? Mr. Kels, what's up, man? You said Filipinos are very niche. What are some of them? Okay. What? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Manipulative? One thing, whenever a Filipino asks you something about money, every time they talk about money, especially if you just met them, and if they give you this story about somebody sick, I'm sick, they're trying to manipulate you. They're trying to let you know that they know that you have money and they're trying to get in your pocket. That's one main reason that they're manipulative. And people or foreigners have a tendency to feel sorry for the Filipinos. And so they go in their pockets and they provide them money, they send them gifts. And that's why a lot of people get scammed. Every day, people get scammed in this country. Foreigners get scammed. I'm gonna tell you a story. I'm not gonna name the guy's name, but this is one of my subscribers. I'll call him Joe. Okay, Joe is from, and I won't tell you what country he's from, but I want to say the country, but he might know it. Okay, let's say Joe's from Jamaica. Okay, and Joe has 2 children, and Joe had a wife, but his wife died. Okay, so it left Joe 2 children. Okay, and Joe was a widow for 2 years. He decided, oh, I want to have a love interest in my life. I need to reach out. So he got on the internet and started meeting Filipinos. Okay, so he got one Filipino, right? He talked to her for about maybe 6 to 9 months. Then he decided, hey, I need to see you. I just got to see you. You know, I love you. I think. And so he came out. He saw her. He met her family, and they had a great time. He was out there for like 2 weeks, and man, it was just lovey-dovey. You know, it was beautiful. So Joe finally left, went back to Jamaica. But one day, you know, Joe was in the habit of calling his Filipino. And calling, answer the phone. But one day, Joe called his Filipino, and a man answered the phone. Joe was like, whoa, you might speak to Joe, Joseph, might speak to her so? He said, okay, hold on. So he gets her on the phone. He said, who is that? That's my cousin. He said, cousin, I've never heard of you having a cousin. Did I meet him? She said, no, he was in the hospital. So, long story short, Joe found out that his girlfriend was married and had 1 child. And how he found out was he got on the internet and saw her. She had 2 accounts, Facebook accounts. And he saw her with the man, same man. And then he saw a child. So not only did she marry, she had a child as well. Okay? So that's what I'm telling you. Filipinos are very, very manipulative, and they're very, very secretive, and they can charm you out of everything you got. Now he was angry, very, very angry. But nobody to be angry but himself. You know? You have to do your due diligence. You have to do your due diligence. He went up there and they had a sexual relationship. And the husband allowed it. And the family members went along with it. Okay? And you think that was in the name of love? No. That was in the name of money. Money. People will do many illicit and illegal things for money. And immoral. I mean, a lot of people don't have the balls and values that you have. A lot of the Filipinos out here think that because you're rich, it doesn't matter if they lie to you and get your money. It doesn't matter because I'm poor, I have nothing, I'm entitled to what you have because you have more than me. That's how they think. And when you understand that, then you can prepare yourself from being scammed, swindled. Okay? Remember that, guys. I know you are caught up with these Filipinos. Some of you sending them money. Some of you sending them money because you never even met them, but you sending them money. And you're going to wind up, it may not be all of you, but some of you going to wind up being hurt. You're going to have pain because you're going to realize that you were sending money and she was duping you. A lot of them are like that. But some of them are not, but most of the people on the internet, on the dating sites, you got to go through some people to find a real legit Filipino. You got to go through something. And, you know, if you're serious about finding a love interest, it shouldn't be a problem if you're going through something. Because when you find the right one, it'll be well worth it. Just like it was for me. I had to go through some people. I had to go through some scammers. I had to go through some people before I found these to do. You know, it wasn't easy, but thank God I did it because I'm living an easy life now. I will. What's that? Um, Couple should learn to be together with each other. Yeah, this year. Yeah. Okay. Now, is she a Sammy? Is she a Thai person or is she Filipino? Okay, Mr. Kell says. He said Filipino. Okay, we already answered that one. Okay, you met her over a year, and you came over to see her. Okay. Okay, Sammy. John says, free, open the doors. Okay, good, very good. Filipinos will like you because you're being the type of man they like is a man that can take care of them everywhere, open small things and big things. They love it when a man caters to them because they're going to do the same thing for you. They're going to do the same thing for you when they consider you their man. Filipinos are very, very loyal, very, very dedicated. I mean, the real deal Filipino. I don't mean these fake and phony, buy me this, buy me that women. I'm talking about the real deal, authentic and legitimate Filipinos. Right. It is a balance, John, not like the USA. Everything in the USA. It's got to be about the woman. In the Philippines, it's about the woman and the man. They complement each other and they balance out each other. Now Valentine's is big here in the Philippines. It's huge. Valentine's in the Philippines is bigger than it is in the USA. It's like a holiday here, man. Everybody's shutting down, getting roses, flowers, candy, chocolate, and stuff. It's huge out here because the Filipinos are very romantic. They're very romantic people. They believe in love and they believe in dating and they believe in bonding together. Okay, they're very, very passionate people here and very, very romantic and emotional people here. Okay, Sammy says, okay. Ask from Filipinos their opinions about things is life can do. They can teach you so much. Yeah, that's true too. Um, they will teach you. But one thing Filipinos don't like doing is teaching you their language. They don't like teaching you their language. They don't like that. You have to learn that on your own. But they will. One thing you can do when you do come on a date, try to learn some Filipino words, whether she speaks Tagalog or whether she speaks Cebuano or Visaya. Try to learn some words that will really impress the Filipino as well. That you took the time to learn some words that would impress her very, very much. Okay. Sammy says she lives in Tatay, Rizal. Okay. That's good. She's Filipino. Now, let me know when you are going to get married and where you're going to get married. I might come out there and attend that wedding, you know? Okay, Mr. Kell says, I made the mistake of spending a Filipino money one time. Never do that again. I caught on quickly, but not more. Okay, great. Great. I mean, I guarantee you, Mr. Kell, you're not the only one that's done it. About everybody on this chat line right now on this screen, I would say about maybe 3 to 4 have already done it as well. You know, it's just how they do it out here. They get to your heart, and you feel sorry for them, and you have that money that you can send. You say that's not gonna hurt me. I can send her $50. I can send $100. That ain't nothing, you know. But it's a lot to them. $100 is a lot of money out here in the USA. It's nothing. But yeah, that's how they get you, man. They talk that sorry stuff, and next thing you know, they shed a tear. I haven't eaten all day. My son's sick. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Can you help me, please? Yeah, and you need okay, please. Don't cry. I'll be all right. The thing about it is, most guys like their ego stroked. Okay, we want to be the superhero. We want to be the one that the knight in shining armor type. We want to be the hero that saves them. You know, and that's why we're going out front, and they make us feel sorry for them, and they make us feel good by stroking us. Oh, thank you. You're my hero. You saved me. I love you. But see that when people go into their pockets, a lot of times they are not using this. They're using their heart and emotions. And this is the things that rule their life. You come out here to see your Filipino. I know you like them or you may say you love them, yada, yada, yada. But don't start letting your heart and emotions use you and control you because you're going to get messed up if you do. Balance everything. Balance this with your heart. Don't be cruel. Don't be mean. But don't be nobody's fool at the same time. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, I'm ready to go back again. Okay, Wendell. You went down to the Philippines to have fun. When did you go to the Philippines, Wendell? How long ago was that? Okay, Sammy. John says, Rosetta Stone is a good idea to try and learn some language. Rosetta Stone is great. I haven't tried. I learned just by listening to Lisa D a lot and going online. There's a lot of free. Rosetta Stone is good, but it costs. There's a lot of free online sites you can go and learn if you want to learn Tagalog or if you want to learn Cebuano, wherever your Filipino is from. That's the language you should learn because it's going to help you communicate to her better. But if you want to, Rosetta Stone will help you do it in a very, very minimal time because it's done very, very well, very, very professional. But if you don't want to pay the money, you have the time it takes. You can go online. There's a lot of free online sites that will show you, uh, that will teach you the language you're trying to learn. But there's an app. I'm trying to see if it's on my phone that I use. It helps me right now. Everywhere I go, I keep my phone with me. It's a paid app, but it's $1.99. It's very, very doesn't cost a lot. But that app will teach you Cebuano or Tagalog. It has most of the majority of languages and it's free. I keep it on my phone so every place I go, if I forget something, word, whatever, look it right up. All right, so I've done that. Okay, yeah, it's okay to admit you were a victim. That's the first step of recovery. Admitting that you were duped. You know, got hoodwinked. It's okay. It happens. Now you know better. That's how you learn. You learn from your past mistakes and you learn from your failures, so that you won't repeat it again. Fool is a fool who repeats any person that repeats the same thing over and over again. They call that a fool. That's a fool. You're not a fool. You're not doing it over again. So you learn. You either win or you learn. You never lose. That's what somebody said also. Okay, John says, that's sort of almost off the topic there, John. I'm gonna tell you that one though. But if you date a person and you meet their parents for the first time, you pretty much just meeting them for the first time. That's it. You're just gonna meet. It doesn't have to be a dinner. Doesn't have to be an occasion. You just meet. That's it. Sometimes the Filipino will say they want you to meet for dinner. You go to dinner to their house, or they may say we want you to take us. She may want you to take them to dinner, but I wouldn't offer to take them anywhere. You just want to meet the parents, and that means go to their house, sit down, and chat. That's what it means. Sit down and chat with them. That's all it is. They want to talk to you. They want to see you. They want to see the person that their daughter's been raving about. They want to see how you look and how you respond to her. That's what they want to see. And that's pretty much it. You don't have to go to dinner unless you want to take them out. It's fine. You don't have to go to dinner, or they may offer to feed you. And one thing you want to do when Filipinos offer you food, eat the food. Okay, even though it may not look appealing to you, whatever, just eat it. Act like, I can't. Don't do that. That's disrespecting me. A lot of times I didn't want to eat stuff, but I ate it because I knew that would show respect. Eat the food. If they eat it, you eat it. If they don't eat it, then you don't touch it. I tell you one thing you want to do is if you go in the Philippines and you out and about, don't eat that street food. You're gonna pay for it. You're gonna be running to the restroom all day. Because a lot of times street food has a lot of bacteria and germs in it. The only street food you want to eat out if you go to the Philippines is something that you see them take off the grill hot. Because heat kills the germs and bacteria. If it's cold stuff, don't touch it. Especially the fruit stuff. If you buy fruit, make sure you take it to your house and wash it really, really good. Don't eat it raw. You're gonna be sick. Let's see what else. I forgot. So when I come here, the hotel says that's a little bit off the topic there, Miss Kels. Okay. Wendell gave you a good suggestion. Wendell said he went down as a vegan when he came back. He wasn't a vegan anymore. Oh wow, they changed you to meat eater, huh? Okay. I got a lot of subscribers that's vegan. I was a vegan for about 3 years. Then I got turned back on to meat. I don't eat a lot of meat though. I eat a lot of fish. I eat a lot of fish every now and then. Lisa D is a seafood lover. She can eat fish every day of the week. And most Filipinos are fish lovers too. They eat seafood every day of the week. And one of the things you'll find when you come here, guys, the Filipinos love dried fish. And I don't know if you've heard of dried fish before, but I've never, until I got here, I didn't know dried fish ever existed. But they love that stuff, and it tastes. If you ever taste it, I mean, some of you guys might like it, but I tasted it, man. It's just full of salt. You know, I was like, whoa, oh, get it away. And it smells bad when you cook it. It smells like You ever had chitlins? Y'all ever had chitlins? When you cook that dried fish, oh man, it's worse smelling than chitlins. I mean, the whole house smells up. But you know, Filipinos love it. I mean, you know, it's just a cultural thing. I've never been able to adjust to it. When Lisa D cooks, she'll cook it. We have a grill and she'll go outside and cook because she don't want to mess the house up with that smell. But it's a bad smell. Yeah, they have lobster and salmon here. They have lobster. Anything that the states have, Philippines have. So remember now, John, the Philippines is right around ocean and water. They got a lot of oceans all over here. When you go to Cebu, Cebu is a big island. That's all it is. There's water surrounding it. There's a bridge that connects Cebu to Lapu-Lapu. Lapu-Lapu is where you will come off when you get off at the airport. Lapu-Lapu is right at the airport. You get off at Lapu-Lapu, then you have to catch, according to where you're going to stay. If you're staying in Lapu-Lapu, you won't have to catch anything. You just kick a bat. In Lapu-Lapu, they don't have any taxis. So you have to take a trike to get somewhere. That's a small city. But if you want to come to the Cebu City, you have to take a taxi from the airport, and then you can get over to Cebu City. You have to cross the bridge. There's two bridges. They're working on a third bridge that connects the airport, Lapu-Lapu, to the city. Okay, so Sammy says I have to go. Okay, all right, Sammy. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you checking in with me. And you being again in February. Yeah, cool. Yeah, give me a shout out in February. All right. Okay, guys, it's been real. You don't have any more questions. You guys didn't hit that super chat button. It's time to say adios. All right, guys, it's been real. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends, your families, and your relatives about our channel. For those of you guys that are here, I'd like for you to go to Facebook and look up a page that's called the Philippines Connection. Again, it's called the Philippines Connection. And I'd like you to just like the page. That's Lisa D's and I's page and my page for this channel. We call it the Philippines Connection. But for those of you that want that you like our videos and you would like, if you have an Android phone, You can download the app. It's free of charge. No charges for you at all. It's called the Philippines Expat Lifestyle. That's what our app, Android app online is called. Download that app to your phone, and you'll have access to all of our videos 24 hours, 7 days a week. You don't have to go through YouTube because sometimes YouTube buffers and videos don't come out right, but you have access to that app. So we're doing everything we can to make you guys available for all of the content we have, and that you guys are comfortable and easy to access our content. Now, we want to thank you, every one of you, taking the opportunity to be with us tonight as we did this live stream. And again, we're coming to you probably Monday, maybe Monday. But keep a lookout on your notifications. I want you guys to, next time we meet, I want you guys to get a time for me, which is the best time for me to come. I'm going to set a time when I do the live stream and stick with that time. Right now, well, let's ask the question right now, since I have you guys here. What is the best time for me? What's up, Derek? Dipasan. Hi. Josephina, hi, how are you? Good to see you here. So what is the best time? I have a lot of people here in the Philippines that watch this channel. A lot of Filipinos watch my channel. And I have a lot of people in the USA watch it, and I have people all over the world. But if I do the live streams, I need to find a good time to do it. Is morning better for you guys in USA or evening? Which one is better for you guys in USA? But right now, it is about 11:25 p.m. nighttime. It's about 11:23, excuse me, nighttime in the Philippines, and it's about 11:23 a.m. morning in the Philippines, in the USA. So I'm trying to figure out what's the best time. Okay, John says evening is best after 7 p.m. Evening is best after 7 p.m. because you work before that time. Okay, after 7. Okay, so I don't know if I can do that one, John. Man, that's 7 o'clock. That's 7 a.m. up here. You know, me, Lisa Didi. That's our time together. After we eat breakfast. I don't know about that one there. It may be after 9 and 10, which would be 9 and 10 your time. 9 and 10 p.m. your time. Now, if I think it's going to work out between 8 and 9:30. That's where it's going to work out. I'm looking at that one right there. But keep a lookout on your notifications so you'll know when I'm coming to see you. Okay, so Johnson, see you in the list here. All right, I already answered that question. John says, wake up. I'm already up, John. I get up between 5:30 and 6:30 every morning. Every morning. And I have a lot of things to do, so that's why I get up early. But I've always been an early riser. Always been an early riser. And if I go to bed late, I still get up. I pop right up. I get up early. Lisa D gets up early too, but she gets up like maybe an hour and a half after I do. Sometimes 2 hours, and she had a hard day. All right, but you guys have been great. I appreciate you taking the time and the opportunity. Make sure what I'm going to do here, guys, I'm going to record this video, this stream, and then I'll replay it. So make sure you guys, everyone is here, go and like the video. At least you can just like the video, okay? Like it for me, okay? All right, guys. It's been a pleasure coming to you again, and you guys know I love you all. Thank you for being part of the Life in the Philippines family, YouTube family, and you guys keep on having a great day in the USA. You guys, my Filipino viewers, have a great evening where you are. Everybody else, have a great time where you are as well. This is Bobby D saying take care. God bless and peace.